Hey everybody, how you doing? I know it's been a while. Let's talk some simple thoughts today. Hey guys, how y'all doing? I know it's been a minute. I know I haven't had a video in a long time, probably 3 months or more. But today I really want to talk about, and this just came to me just while I was meditating and stuff like that, and these really, really crazy times that we're in right now. We're in some really interesting, tough times, and the reality is many of us don't know what we're going to do. Many of us don't know how to react. Many of us don't know how to progress from this. But I spoke to a mentor of mine yesterday, a few days ago, and he reminded me that we have to remember who we are. And remember, I spoke about that before. But not only who we are, but what we are. And I'm gonna give you an example. The tree, and you probably can't see them behind you, but I'm gonna show y'all something. And I'm literally sitting next to a tree right now. And this tree gotta be old. It got roots that go far. Matter of fact, we've cut it a couple of times. This tree that's in my yard, we've cut it a few times, and it still keeps growing. The branches keep growing, and it's crazy. And there's a saying in the Bible, you know. The Bible it says that you be planted like a tree next to the rivers of water, and you'll grow and you'll become a place of refuge, a place of security, and where other birds and other animals can come perch on you and find safety and security. And you know what? Some of us have forgotten in these times that we are the place of security for so many people. And not because of our own doing, but because of our faith, because of what God has put in us, because of the strength that we've been given, where we've been planted, and because of that, other people are able to get strength from us. But sometimes in the midst of really difficult times, we forget that we the tree. A lot of times we want to fly, we want to act like we the bird, and we wonder, why can't I fly? Because we're actually the tree. We're the place where everybody's coming to find refuge. And many times we forget that. When you look at a tree has roots that go deep. A tree has roots that many times that go further than where the tree actually is at. We look at the tree for what we can see on the outside or what we can see going out, you know, maybe the branches and stuff like that. We may see times where the leaves fall off, but the tree is still there. The roots are still growing. They're still getting nutrients, even in the moments when there's rain, when there's no rain. That tree is still growing. It's still there. Even if it may have branches that break off, even though it may have all kind of stuff, big storms, you'll see some trees living here in Florida. I live here in Florida. Those of us in Florida, we've seen trees that have been, that a storm will come by and the tree, only the branches on the tree fall off, but the tree stands there firm. You know, and I mean, category 3, 4, sometimes 5 storms, you see a tree weather that storm. But I say all that to say is that some of us are the tree, and we gotta remember that. We gotta remember that we're the security for so many other people. Now, that doesn't mean that we become worrisome about it, and that's the problem. Some of us are worrying. And when I say worrying, some of us are wondering how we're gonna take care of other people. The real question isn't how we're gonna take care of them, is are we gonna still keep taking care of them? And the question, and I come here to tell you is don't stop. Because you've been taking care of them. It hasn't really been you. It's really been, to be honest, it's really been God, man. It's really been God using you. Because the tree doesn't grow itself. It doesn't really know. Its roots are just going where the waters are. Its roots are, it's planted, and the person, it doesn't even know how it got planted there. Right? The tree didn't plant itself there. Somebody planted it there. And the person who planted it there for a purpose, for a reason. And in that person's greater scheme, in that person's greater thought process, this tree became more than what that person even thought it would be. And let me tell you something, there's some of us out here in the midst of these crazy times, we have to remember that we are a tree. We have to remember that people are counting on us, and that we don't need to get lost in the hoopla and all the things that other people are saying and doing. We need to remember our place. We need to remember who our safety net is. And for some people, it's different things. Some people, it's your religious thing. Some people, it's your meditative ways. Some people, it's your readings. It's your time where you're able to process things. But most importantly, it's something bigger than you that's guiding you to be that help for other people. And so I tell you right now, remember that you're the tree. Worrying, stressing. Let me make this clear. We have to prepare. We have to be aware. We have to be concerned. But we can't become paralyzed. Can't become paralyzed. And I think a lot of people are becoming paralyzed. Don't let yourself become paralyzed. Take precautions, prepare, do the right things, make right choices, but don't get paralyzed. And remember what you are, who you are. Remember your strengths. Hold on to that. Shift. Some of us got to remember, we got to shift. We got to shift with the times. Some of us are trying to we want to believe that things are going to go back to normal. Hey, take that out your brain. Things ain't going to be back to normal. But you know what's going to remain the same is those of us that know that we are a place of security for people. And we got to use that. We have to be aware of that. Not run away from it. Not start looking out for ourselves only. But no, remembering that who we are and what we are. So this simple thought was a little bit longer than usual because I got a lot of time on my hands now. But I want to remind some of you all out there, you've been a tree for years. Don't stop being that. You've been a place of refuge, and know that you will have everything you need to continue to be a place of refuge, for you to continue to be a place of security for other people. And what's so beautiful is some of us, we're blessed with the fact that we find our security in others, and others find their security in others, and others find their security in others, and we all are interconnected. And because of that, we're better for it. So let's remember that. Let's not let ourselves get confused. Let's not get paralyzed. But let's remember that we are trees, that we are places of security for a lot of people. And let us operate in that. Once again, y'all, this your boy Mo with Simple Thoughts. Y'all be blessed.